Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a birthday reading for the sign of Leo. What is going on, Leo? How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. Alright, guys, like it says there on the thumbnail, like it says on the tin, happy birthday, Leo. It is your season, my season too. But so for all of us, I hope you, I hope me, oh, we had a card that was turned over here, all have a wonderful birthday season. Five of Pentacles. Careful what you're spending your money on at this time. Careful about might be some issues with self-worth or feeling like you have something tangible, that you have things of value in a certain priority or in a reliable place. It feels like maybe some of you're finding your material senses or your material worth, money, home life, whatever, isn't so stable. So tend to your bases, Leo, okay? But anyway, guys, again, happy birthday wherever you are in the world. I hope you have an amazing birthday. If you have time off from work to splurge and spend time with yourself or around people that you know and love, please do so. If you are not a Leo that cares about your birthday, I would love to meet you. But, you know, no matter what happens, guys, I think everybody should treat their personal holidays, not just Leo, or their personal birthday as a holiday, not just Leo's. So I encourage you to celebrate yourself. If other people don't do it your damn self, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, so this is going to be the birthday reading. I'm doing it differently. I always change it on Leo, because you're the sign that I started doing birthday readings on the channel with. So this is a brand new style. I'm premiering today. So happy birthday again to us. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to do a yearly forecast. I've never done something like this before. I really only do within the present moment, from when you're when I'm recording and when you're watching. So if you've seen my birthday readings before but you watched it in December 2021 or excuse me, December 2020, then that's when it would have applied to. So but I'm actually purposely going to give it a year, you know, this whole forecast. So we're going to start with your present moment here in the center. We're going to move around the calendar by seasons, flowing out of the present moment, which again is summer 2021. That's when Leo is all or excuse me, that's when Leo's birthday season occurs. So then we're going to do present, fall, winter, spring, and next summer 2022. See what the central focus is in each area, and then we're going to expand on the messages that we have within there. Okay, so again, rewriting or what am I doing? I'm reinventing the wheel every year with the birthday readings. I figure I should do something that changes definitely goes through a change on my channel. So I use the birthday readings as like sort of my big experimental platform or type of reading. But anyway, guys, if you like what you see here, like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, do all that fun stuff. If you want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box below. Any questions before you place an order for a reading, just email me. I'll answer as soon as I can. And you can follow me on Instagram. I give you a link for that down below. Leo, with this reading, excuse me. No. I'm like, am I about to have a coughing fit here? Leo, with this reading, there will be a timestamp. I'm not going to break it down by section, so if you want to jump over the beginning of this, that's totally fine. And this reading is a part of your birthday season package. So you have your mid-July, that's when Leo season sort of kind of starts. So you've got some messages there. You've got this, your birthday reading. You'll have a live with me on August the 7th. Which is a Sunday at 7 p.m. here on the channel. So if you want to stop by, hang out, get some tarot questions read by me or answered by me through the tarot decks, feel free to join me, and I will be certainly glad to do that reading for you, okay? All right, guys, so no more delay. Let's get into it. Again, this is your present moment right now, summer 2021. What's going on with Leo's life? What's the central focus of that? Fall 2021, winter 2021, spring 2022, and summer 2022, okay? So we're going to leave those guys in their corners, but the first one out we're going to start with is, oh my god, Black Moon Lilith Mystery, card number 12. This deck, Black Moon Astrology cards. So Black Moon Lilith, I'm not an expert, you know, I haven't read too much about it in my study of astrology thus yet, but what I'm understanding is this is, I believe Black Moon Lilith has to do, I feel like it's a wounding area. I'm really going to have to turn to the book. for this one, Leo, because I'm not 100% familiar with it. But I feel it has to do with wounding, revenge. And I'm not going to read every card from the book, but let's start, because this one, yeah. Gotta be honest, I'm not 100% on this one. So it's time to be careful. Think of what you might manifest over anger, bitterness, or revenge, okay? What you have worked so hard for may collapse. Astrologically, Black Moon Lilith represents soul expansion and cosmological awareness, the force in aloneness and the path of the individual. Black Moon Lilith is a dark goddess. She is a ghost to the moon. As a shift in power and consciousness, she symbolizes destruction before creation. The name Lilith means screech owl or night hag. Lilith is the ancient goddess of mystery and transformation. Stories of Lilith appeared around 5,000 years ago in the area of Sumeria, where she was said to have been handmaiden to Inanna. No, that's not even close. Inanna, something like that. The Queen of Heaven. Apologies for butchering that name. However, most of us recognize Lilith from the Hebrew myth as the first wife of Adam. Lilith also appears in folklore in medieval Judaism as a rebellious first wife who refused to submit to Adam and enraged fled to the Red Sea, an area of mystery and danger. There, Lilith procreated with other spirits, giving birth to demons. Later, Lilith became a succubus, appearing to men at night, sapping their strength and causing wet dreams and impotency. Okay, there's a lot that we can read here. So basically what I'm getting from that, Leo, is some of you at this time, summer 2021, you might be giving into, projecting out, falling, quote unquote, victim to some type of bitterness, anger, feeling, and the sentiments surrounding betrayal, abandonment, things like this. Like anything that feels negative, you are transforming that, transmuting that. Perhaps, sort of like how it was saying in the book there, you've been asked to submit to something and you refuse to submit. You refuse to give in to something, and there might be consequence to that, but the consequence is sort of going to, it feels like it would be fuel to the fire. For good or for worse, I don't know just yet, but like that's what that feels like, okay? So apologies for not really knowing that card too well, but I think that's kind of what they're getting at here. And I don't use the deck often, so there you go. That's what she looks like up close and personal, okay? So in your present moment, that's the central focus. Let's expand on that with the tarot and see what else we have. What other messages can you give to me for Leo in their present moment during their summer 2021 season? What are the additional messages that you can give to Leo at this time? Yeah, all that. They say yes to this. It might just be the top card with this one. Let me see. Top, thank you. All right. So Leo, to clarify Black Moon Lilith at your present moment, you have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. I mean, I guess it's poignant that you had Black Moon Lilith come out at all. There is some competition going on, some type of fight, some type of disagreement, some type of fallout occurring. And you're somewhere in here fighting the good fight as much as you can. Five of Wands. You and other people, or one other person, however many, it doesn't really matter. But there is some type of disagreement. People having their own opinions, asserting their opinion over yours. It could be a war of words that you're engaged in. For some of you, it could be competition. So you could be competing with people in terms of a job, in terms of sports, athletics, something like that. And it's very obvious. This is not hidden enemies. This is very outright enemies. This is very plain to see. You have enemies that are well defined in your life or in the situation, okay? That's the Five of Wands portion for me. The King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Wands. Fire sign energy out here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing, don't have to be. You have a significant person here with the King of Pentacles who is very assured of themselves and very stubborn. I get this sense of huge inflexibility on this person's part. Could be a man, could be a woman, doesn't matter if they're an earth sign or not. They're just very, I'm not going to budge, I'm not going to move. They have a great sense of themselves, a great sense of their value, what's worth them getting all riled up over. And here's what I'll say about it. Even if this person rants and raves, they only take it so far. This person will stop the argument or close their mouths or walk out of the room. Like, that's more the point. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. I can be engaged in this disagreement, I can be engaged in this argument, or I don't have to. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like that's the game they want to play. They want you to know, Leo, and this could be you, by the way. You know, it's still a very general reading, even if it's your birthday reading. This still could be you. The idea behind this person is, I will have the final word. I'll have the final say in the matter, right? Even if I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, I was the last person to speak. Even if I am slamming doors behind me, I'm the one that got up and left. Do you understand? Like, they start and stop the disagreements or the arguments, or they start and stop the engagement, right? So the King of Pentacles, whoever it is, they will not go beyond a certain point. Self-preservation might be a motivation there, because if someone ends a conversation, potentially, it means that they don't want to handle it, or they can't handle it, or something like that. So this person is very strategic. That's another element that I'm getting here, is that they're plotting their every move. Before you even say something or the other person says something, this one already knows what they're going to say in response. Do you understand? Like, this person is a chess player, a chess master. They're really trying to, it's like passive manipulation or very, very active manipulation in some of your cases. It's very obvious. The energy of this person is a controlling type of person. And even when they seem out of control, or they seem like they're off their rocker, you know, they're flying off the handle or something like that, they're actually not. That's a game they play. That's a character they put on to make you or her or him or anybody else think a certain way. Take it another way. If it's not ranting and raving, it could be crying. It could be pleas for help. Oh my God, I need you. That kind of thing. Victimization of the self. Yes? So this person can play damsel or gentleman in distress or whatever, call you back into their life, call you back into the situation, call you back into their presence, just so they can continue this game with you. This is not a person who's interested. The other thing about the King of Pentacles, which I talked about before, they're not changing. They have no interest in changing. They have no interest in doing anything they don't want to do. So here you have a competition with a person who's very inflexible, very much a very cunning manipulator. Now, the adversarial parts seem to be coming from the Knight and the Page of Pentacles, but in terms of hierarchy, thank you, in the court cards, this isn't a great pair of people to go up against this king. Now, this could all be perception, BT dubs, okay? Because I feel with Black Moon Lilith in the background there, it's, you know, what was the book saying? That character, Lilith, has been reinterpreted or described in various ways throughout history, right? She's been written down as this over here, and then over here she's been said to have spawned demons and all this other kind of stuff. So it really is not necessarily, quote unquote, the truth, or the most objective truth that I'm describing here. I could be describing how you feel, Leo, about a particular person or situation that you're in, or vice versa. Whether or not you have someone who is cunningly manipulating every single aspect of what they're presenting in the situation, I don't know. So it's to a certain degree that you're going to find the truth in what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now this pair of people, perception-wise, I think looks outmatched. All right, King of Pentacles has a strong foundation, has a strong base underneath him, has a very firm place in the world, meaning could have status, could have money, could have connections, could have a certain reputation out in the world. Maybe that's also what's going on here, is out in the public eye, out in the neighborhood, out in the community. This person looks really upstanding behind closed doors. They're a piece of work. You get what I mean? So there's somebody who looks like a giant, like a David and Goliath kind of thing, looks like a Goliath. And then you've got two Davids over here. The two Davids, I feel, one is super fired up and ready to go. The Knight of Wands has no fear in them, has no give a shit, really, of the consequences. Is like, I'm gonna die on this hill today if I have to. Very spirited, yes. Could use could use a little bit more sense about them, could use a little bit more of a tempered approach, could be a hot-headed person, could be someone who's incredibly argumentative, or is just ready to go in there and fight for what they believe in, fight for what they think is right, fight for a certain outcome, okay? Knight of Wands, easy peasy. The Page of Pentacles, I think, stands in a very interesting position because a page is a student, a page is someone who learns, and I feel that this person maybe is caught between these two people, and they're in a position to observe what each of them is doing, or how each of them behaves and reacts in a situation, yes? So the page could be a child, could be a younger person, but I doubt it. Well, not that I doubt it entirely. It's just like, I feel I'm dealing with mostly adult people in this group, yes? And the page, I think, is a page because of inexperience, or the page is possibly a page because of their, maybe they have an innate gentle nature about them. They're innately quiet, they're innately shy, they're by nature somebody who would rather just, watch other people engage in discussion rather than be a participant, rather than share their opinions or their feelings, yes? This is someone who keeps a lot on the inside and doesn't do a lot of expression. They also might have a very deep connection with animals or animal spirit guides, judging by the artwork on the card there. They're sensitive, is the long and the short of it. This person is sensitive. And if they're caught in the middle of two people, the uncertainty comes with future forward. Leo, I don't know which character you are, but this Page of Pentacles feels mostly like you, even though it doesn't have to be. This person wants to hedge their bets, or wants to know where... Again, pages are developing energies, they're younger energies, they have yet to reach their full potential, okay? So as someone who is seeking the ways in which to really make the most of my potential, do I align myself with someone who's courageous, who's brave, who fights the good fight, or do I align myself with the side or the person in the scenario here that has the long-standing success and notoriety and reputation, and possibly the material side of things is more solid over here, or whatever. Yeah, it's a mixed bag of what could be. And the most fixed person in the situation, fixed as in there's not much that this person's going to bring to the table that is different, is the King of Pentacles. The Five of Wands, again, is the stirring of different opinions, different perspectives coming together, clashing, disagreeing, contradicting one another, blah, blah, blah. This is heated arguments. This is people, again, walking out, slamming doors, doing all kinds of crazy shit, right? So it's a hubbub. It's a brouhaha, yeah? All those things. Not a cool way to be living your present birthday season, but that's the mix that I have here, or that's kind of what I've got. We're not going to get any advice on it. I just wanted to use the present moment as a baseline. We might get advice as we go forward with the different seasons over the year, okay? So if that made sense, cool. If it didn't, don't worry about it. That simply would not be your message. But like I said, we're going to go around the entire calendar as quickly as possible. You know that's going to take a while with me. So now we're going to talk about fall 2021. So that's upcoming. That's going to be starting in Libra season, right? So all the cardinal signs, they start the seasons out. So this is the end of September, right? Going on until winter season, right? So, interesting. The focal point of your fall season here in fall 2021, Leo, is going to be 6th house routine. 6th house natural ruler is, don't blank, there you go, Virgo. So I don't know if it has any continuation of what we were talking about in your present moment in the summer 2021. It might. So depending on what happens here, you might find yourself restructuring, right? Yes, thank you. Restructuring, resolidifying, redefining, thank you. So like revamping, you know, I'm getting like this do it over, go back and look it over kind of feeling to your 6th house concerns, your daily routines. So 6th house is, of course, your work. It has to do with your connection with other people, how you act in service towards other people, how you act as a, not a companion, but sort of a, like a supporter of others. It also talks about how you keep a home, either physically or the sense of home, the sense of peace, sense of balance and structure. Like it's sort of like if we think about how people own property throughout their lives, this is like your first apartment or like your first small home before you're married, or it's just you, no kid, you and the spouse and no kids, versus, you know, the second or third purchase of a home when you're upgrading and you're thinking, you know, more longevity. This is like the beginning of that. This is like, again, like sort of setting up foundations is what this feels like, okay? For some of you, nursing is a thing here. I always mention 6th house being the house of nursing. It's just like one of the things that once I learned it, it just like stuck in my brain so hardcore. So for some of you, you could be going to nursing school come the fall, or pursuing something, not specifically nursing, but towards healthcare. So maybe healthcare administration. Maybe you're looking to be certified as a holistic healer, whatever. But there's something here about helping others in a field very closely related to medicine, okay? Or just general wellness of other people and yourself. So if you're not going to pursue it as in you want to be certified or get a degree, you would be going into programs or going in to see doctors, going into counseling, things like this, okay? So that is sort of the central focus of your fall 2021. Let's get some further messages on that, okay? So give me more messages here for Leo in the fall for 2021, fall 2021. What are the additional messages building off of the 6th house card of routine for Leo in fall 2021? Give me more messages, please. Good, thank you. Additional messages for Leo regarding fall 2021. Okay. Showing up there, Leo's card, strength. And the King of Cups. Okay, so strength, 4 of Wands, and the King of Cups. There you go. What were we just saying about home, possibly first time purchase? Again, it's sort of like, it's giving me that vibe of like out of college. This is the first place me and my husband, me and my wife, me and my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or me and my, you know, turtle named Doug, you know, whomever. This is the first foray, thank you, into independence is what this feels like. Your first full step into your own space or your own emphasis of self, your own balanced, seeking to find balance for yourself for the first time, like legit. Does that make sense? Because again, this allegory keeps coming to me like you leave college, you graduate, you might go home for a while, and now after you've built up enough money, you really then leave the nest. Because, you know, from birth to college, we live with our parents. College, we might live in a dorm, live in a frat house or a sorority house, live in a, you know, a deeply dirty, like, college apartment with, like, 5 other roommates or whatever the hell it is, right? So I'm feeling for the first time in the fall, many of you are going to be setting course, setting foot on a path where you're truly independent. You're truly independent. You're truly experiencing something for the first time with this Four of Wands in the middle. Again, signaling your home, your foundation, where you find peace, where you find solace, where you find rest, okay? And that could be with your daily routine related to your job. So for some of you, you get a new job, yes? Strength card, again, major arcana for Leo. King of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be dealing, don't have to be. You might, some of you, legit be setting up shop with a King of Cups character, somebody who is sensitive, sensible. I don't want to say noble, like I don't automatically subscribe that word to the King of Cups, but that's sort of like, this is what this, the feeling is, this is a person who has like a really strong moral compass, or they have certain values that are close to their heart. So this could be a religious person. Let's think of it that way. Not to scare you off or not to, you know, egg you on or whichever way you would take that. But this is a person who, they have a lot of integrity. Maybe that's the better word. Instead of noble, they have a lot of integrity. They care about their relationships with other people. And this doesn't have to be a romantic partner or anything like that. This could be, again, for some of you, this is someone that you work with. This is possibly the counselor or the therapist that you're going to start working with or seeing in order to assist in your wellness, right? And they're very tender-hearted, but they're also very... they will not allow themselves to be played for a fool. Like, this is a King of Cups with, like, a very strong backbone. So... again, I don't want to like play favorites here with the zodiac, but I highly doubt that this is a water sign person who has a lot of water in their chart. No offense to any water signs out there, but this would be like a water, if they are a water sign, like they have like a lot of fire or air mixed in their astrological chart. This is somebody who they might have all that language of, oh, I love you, or this is great, or tell me more about what you're feeling. And like, they're really, you know, receptive and communicative like that. But they also have a sharpness to them. They've got an edge to them, which is backed up also by the Strength card being out here too. So it could be you, by the way, you know, this could be your own story. You're a sensitive, loving person. You have a lot of care and put a lot of effort into the things that you say and the things that you value, but at the same time, you ain't no punk, right? So whether you're coming into union, partnership of any type with someone else, or this is work that you're doing on your own, whatever disabled brouhaha bullshit was up here in the present moment in summer 2021, I feel by fall 2021, it's going to get wrapped up, or it's going to, if not wrapped up, it's going to turn a corner. This feels like it's going to turn a corner. And yeah, like with the Four of Wands, like the depiction on the card here, you're just going to be in such a more balanced, firm, steady pace or flow in your life. I feel flow is more appropriate. Like, things are going to come to you in fair measure, and that's not without work. That's not without your involvement or energy put into it, right? Yeah. For some of you, you want to know more about this King of Cups because you don't know who that is, so I'll do you a solid. Who's the King of Cups for Leo? Show me who that is. Because some of you are like, I got nobody in my corner. I got nobody in my life. Because it's summer 2021 that we're in, so you don't see this person yet. And it's not to say they will arrive within the fall. It's just like your energy will begin to align with this person, yes? So who is this person for Leo? clarify, okay, Three of Swords, somebody who, again, they've been through the mill themselves. This isn't somebody who is wispy and a crying, you know, sensitive soul without any experience. This person has been through the mill themselves. You could have had a heartbreak with this person. So for some of you, you could be reconciling with this person, like an old friend, maybe an old flame. I don't know. But yeah, and the King of Pentacles. Different King of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you that. Not the King of Pentacles we were talking about before. So this person, to clarify, the King of Cups, been through the mill themselves. Possibly they had in their life some kind of third-party situation. You can take that in any way you want. And that's over with. You know, I really like this depiction of the Three of Swords because it does look like a moratorium. It does look like, you know, we're saying our final goodbyes to whatever trials and tribulations that Three of Swords brought into our lives, into the situation. We're putting an end to that shit. King of Pentacles in this sense, in this combination, this person, through a certain type of loss, through a certain type of trial and tribulation with that Three of Swords, finds new value. And I like this because they're consistently a king. They don't have to be male, okay, or masculine. But they are somebody who hasn't lost their balance, hasn't lost their sensibilities or their logic, their practicality. There you go, their practicality. This is a person who knows when their emotions are irrational and getting the best of them. And they can, through work and effort, but they know they can pull themselves back from the ledge. They know they need to, you know, pull their senses back together and stop acting so frantically. Or they know, you know, I'm really depressed right now, and I'm just not gonna be able to function too well while I'm depressed. So after I do, you know, also with the King of Pentacles, probably a person who plans pretty well. So after I, you know, hit the gym a couple times, you know, maybe I'll go on a trip, a little vacation, maybe I'll go see my family for a while. That's going to recharge my batteries. That's going to put me back on track. This is a person who knows how to pull, again, they know how to pull themselves away from the ledge. They know how to improve themselves. It's not easy. They know that, let me phrase it that way also. They know it's not easy. It will cost them, or they have to, you know, man up or woman up in this situation. It's not just a snap of the fingers. Oh, I don't want to be sad anymore now that I've experienced heartbreak, or now that I've experienced some type of betrayal with the Three of Swords. Well, I want to be over that. No, they know it doesn't work that way. So this is a person who works on themselves with concerted effort. So either that's you, or either that's the person who you will have a significant connection point with of any type, okay? All right, Leo, so that is fall 2021. Not too bad. Let's move on to winter 2021. Let's see what the central focus is for the winter of 2021. Fourth house. Oh, thematic, right? Thematic. Black Moon Lilith, first wife of Adam, allegedly, right? Which is, you know, and if you think about it, a lot of what those biblical stories about Adam and Eve and the creation of man, like, that's very fourth house. It's very like the creation of our home. Literally, that creation story is the creation of Earth, which is where all humans live, right? So you got Black Moon Lilith, you've got sixth house routine, which is a very domestic energy, and now we have fourth house, House of Cancer. So for some of you, Cancer could be significant in your chart, or you have a Cancer person significant in your life. But in this case, fourth house roots. So again, there's this feeling of a new place, a new home. Either maybe you start getting it together in the fall. Maybe the ink is dry on the page come winter. I don't know. But there's something about, wow, I feel like really, like, so content and so happy, or so at peace and calm, like it's like you could cry. Like, it's that type of joy, it's that type of comfort, that whatever, you know, I don't want to speak in grand gestures or in grand terminology, but it's like whatever was bothering you whatever was painful for you, whatever was disjointed in your life, discontent in your life, it's going to wrap up. Winter 2021, which bleeds into 2022, right? So, yeah, I just feel like I kind of said it here, like there was a corner turn, or maybe I said it up here, but there's like a turning of the tide for you, Leo. For some of you, this again is going to be the purchase of your own home, either on your own or with a partner, whatever. But it's like for the first time, you're going to have some sense of foundation and roots in your life. The trees and the seeds that you've planted months prior, years prior, are finally going to sprout up. You're going to start seeing some results. If it's not about getting your own place or feeling at home in a certain place for the first time ever, you could be, I don't want to say rectifying. Yeah, no, they're okay, thank you. They're like, no, yes. And they're like, yes. Some of you could be rectifying your home life with your parental figures or people from your past. So siblings, other family members, exes, something like that. Not that you're going back to it, but you're rectifying it. You're correcting something, or something will be put into balance, put into perspective is what that feels like, okay? Clarify the central focus of winter 2021 for Leo. The 4th house card, card 28, roots. Clarify this for Leo. Why is this the central focus for winter 2021 for Leo? Why is this the central focus for Leo in winter 2021? There's an element here. There's a element, an energy, a presence that doesn't like this for you. That is very upset about this and how it pertains to you. Leo, you might have a person, an entity, I'm feeling, in some of your cases, not even a physical person, just an entity around you, meaning it could be energies within different people, within the places that you frequent, even your own mindset, something like that. But there's something here that just like all the good that I was talking about, there's a slice of the energy that's coming through that's just like, nah, not a fan, don't like it, wish it wasn't that way, jealous. Jealous is the word I'm getting. Jealous, angry, perturbed, disturbed. There's a person or an energy or an entity that's just like not on board for this for you. Okay. Let's get some more energy. Let's again clarify this 4th house card for Leo in winter 2021. Yes, okay. So, first card was Lovers in reverse, okay. Then the 8 of Pentacles, and then the Mother of Swords, okay. So for some of you, if you are going off on your own path, it doesn't even have to be home, it can be work. You know, you can be finding a new footing, a new place to call home, even though it's your work, so a new career. So let's think of it that way. If some of you have been working for your family in whatever capacity, you know, running a business, you know, being a manager for a business, even, you know, running an illegal daycare out of your home for the sake of your cousin or some shit like that. I don't know. There's some element here that doesn't like you getting into a new position, a new job, a new career path, because that destabilizes them, that destabilizes their plans, that doesn't flow the way they want it to flow, right? So I feel you cannot be concerned with that, Leo, at the end of the day. No offense, that could be the person I was just talking about who's not a fan of what you're doing. They could be your own partner. They could be your own father or mother. They could be, your best friend. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. Because that person, in the same way that you're motivated by wanting peace and contentment and calmness in your life, fulfillment in your life, security in your life, they have the same motivations, but at your cost, at the cost of your happiness, your contentment, your joy. They'd rather see you suffer than themselves take care of the problem or fend for themselves. Do you understand? This is not a person, there's an energy here that you would like harmony with this person. Lovers in reverse. You would love to have harmony with this person, regardless of who they are, but it's not possible. They don't act right. Period. This is a card of Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You don't have to be. But if you've been with my channel for a minute, maybe you've cross-watched a couple Gemini readings, Leo. That collective energy of Gemini, whether they be sun, moon, rising, or any other placement, is boo-boo right now. And that's what I'm sensing, is like that energy of me, which a Leo understands. It's one of the things that stereotypically applies to a Leo, that ego-driven me first type of thing. But this is so hell-bent on me that it screws everybody else. And the antidote to such an energy is a dose of the same. And so this is a person who places their needs above everybody else's. And then when you or her or him or anybody else does the same thing to them, it's like, oh, how could you? I've never been treated this way before in my life, yet you're doing the same things that you're accusing me of doing. You understand? So this is a person who cannot handle what they dish out. They can't take their own medicine. The same thing that they do to you, you do it to them, they call foul. They think it's the worst thing that has ever happened to them, and you're like, I'm just doing what you do to me. Isn't that fair? Treat people how you want to be treated. Okay, this is how you treat people, then I'm going to treat you that way, because you're setting the standard here, right? So I feel in some cases this is a boss who just doesn't want to see you succeed, and you go for the promotion, you go for working in, a parallel department, and you get the promotion, you get the parallel department, you get the manager's position. Now you and this person are equals. You're no longer their subordinate. You're now equals. And they don't like that. This is a person who maybe in a situation was unfairly treating you or speaking of you unfairly. So this is a person who was maybe in some of your cases a frenemy to you, or a fair weather friend. They only are around you when you give them direct benefit. When you don't give them direct benefit, they cut you loose. Mother of Swords, they cut you loose. Yes? So by winter 2021/2022, Leo, I feel you are putting in the work, 8 of Pentacles in the center here, putting in the work to put yourself on better footing, in a better position, on more stable ground. Again, for some of you, you're like really going to excel at work, or you're really going to put your ducks in a row that your financial, material self, your material world is going to flourish. This Mother of Swords is a little bit you and a little bit the other person. Mother of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, don't have to be dealing, or doesn't have to be any of those signs, but they could be. So this is like, again, that dose of their own medicine. As critical, as cutting, as I don't need you, the Mother of Swords can be very standoffish. And that's how someone has been with you. You do that to them, they can't handle it. And I don't know about you. I'd rather do that. I don't like when people assume that they can get over on me, or that they influence my life, or have some type of call in my happiness, or have some call in my contentment and my joy, right? This person wants that type of control or that type of influence, because that's where you were previously. At some point in your connection with this person, that's where you were previously, Leo. And now, again, if you become equals to them on the job, they can't, slyly imply, oh, if you don't do what I'm going to tell you to do, then I'm just going to write you up, or we're going to have to go with disciplinary action. Now that I'm equal with you, or maybe you outpace this person. Maybe you get a what's the word? I just said it a minute ago. Promotion, thank you. If you get a promotion, maybe you'll even be in a higher position than them. Then they have to answer to you. All of a sudden, that's not cool. The ways in which you're telling them, oh, well, person, if you don't do this, I'm going to have to sit down with you and do some disciplinary actions. Oh my God, who the hell do you think you are, Leo? You are just out of your mind. Blah, blah, blah. So it's like this person, 180 degrees, day and night, this person, or this energy. I keep saying it's a person. It could just be an energy. And in many of your cases, Leo, it's more of an energy that several people have, or you're going to find it in the oddest of places. It's going to be like over the smallest, littlest thing, there's going to be a decisively adversarial energy. Whatever you want, someone in the place, someone in the room, someone in the scenario wants the opposite thing. Or you say, hey, I want that too. They're like, no, you can't have it, but I can have it. You can't have it, but I can have it. It's, for some of you, it is an energy. Like you're going to see it at the grocery store. You're going to see it when you take your car to the shop. It has nothing to do with you personally. You don't know the people there. You've only met them in the last 10 minutes of your life. But they're acting an asshole and being very adversarial with you. Might be bleed over from this. It might be the same people from your present moment here in summer 2021 that come back around in the winter, want to cause some shit. I don't know. Let's move on. We're going to go to spring 2022. So that is the inaugural season with your cousin Aries. So let's see what the central focus is come spring 2022. Ooh. Air element, communication, or communicating, excuse me. For some of you, you'll be speaking somewhere, giving a talk, not a TED Talk, I mean, maybe, but like something like that, like you're going to have an audience, a captivated audience, an audience that is paying to see you, an audience that subscribes to your video packaging, whatever you might do on like Vimeo or Patreon or even here on YouTube or something like that. Someone who wants to, there's a feeling of exclusivity, like only certain people will be hearing the message you're delivering, or you'll be in attendance in a place like that where only, a handful of people, 1,000 people, 600 people, however many are going to want to see this conference or attend this seminar. So it's very like I don't know where this phrase is coming from, but it's like shepherd on the mount is what they're giving me. Shepherd on the mount. And then they showed me like what I know is an image of Moses. And I'm like, okay, so maybe some of you are attending a religious service. Maybe some of you are going back to the church, speaking at a church engagement or some type of house of worship, ceremony. I don't know. In general, though, I think this is you speaking with your full breath, Leo. Meaning, I think where you held back in the past, where you, for the sake of being polite, for the sake of sparing other people's feelings, for the sake of not getting involved in arguments, for the sake of just whatever, there's no holds barred here. Or, or it's fearlessness. I feel in some of your cases, Leo, you have been guarded with your words for some time, several weeks, months, years, I don't know. For all of you, it's different. But you've been guarded with your words because, again, not wanting to offend anybody, not wanting to get involved in any type of dispute, something like that. And I feel like there's no reason to continue down that road. Like you're coming to this realization. What has me holding my tongue really brought me? What has me telling this person what they want to hear really gotten, how far, Where has it gotten me? Where has it taken me to? It's gotten me possibly in a cycle, in a cyclone, in a loop. So in order to break out of this cycle, or to really make headway in a situation, you are making definitive statements, or you're listening to definitive statements. Again, attending a seminar, attending a speech, attending a church service, whatever. And you're becoming inspired to be free. Speak with your whole breath. Speak your entire truth. No matter how painful, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how upsetting, no matter how confusing or whatever towards other people. It's just like, no, I have to say these things. I have to feel these things out, or express them fully. Thank you. I have to express these things fully. Could be, again, I feel very strongly for many, it's like a captive audience situation. You're listening to or delivering a speech, something like that. If not that, it's a concentrated audience. So you're speaking to one particular person or a handful of people. This could be, some type of speech that you give to your family or your friends. Not necessarily giving it to a bunch of strangers who pay you, but it could be, I literally need to talk to you, brother. I need to talk to you, dad. I need to talk to you, sister, whoever, right? So it's like flowing out, like this air is like flowing out. So maybe some of you also in the speech, you'll be talking very fast as to make sure you get it all out at once. It feels very much, I have to say this right now. If I don't say it now, I'll never say it, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. All right, so let's expand on that. In spring 2022 for Leo, why is air element communicating the focal energy, the focal card for them in spring 2022 for Leo? What's going on for Leo, spring 2022? Okay. All right. I feel... Is that right? Or is it this? It's that. Okay. Oof. Okay. 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. Okay. This is the... the last straw, the final say. For some of you, like for some, this is historical cleanup. Cleaning the cache. Cleaning the cache. So to borrow that quickly, cleaning the cache. A cache is what? Historical data. Information that compiles over time that, is representative of what's going on in the moment, but, you may not need it 2 months from now, but it's still there. It still exists. It exists in terms of technology on your computer, on your phone, wherever. Past things that you've looked at, things that you've saved, all this kind of stuff. So I feel this is clearing the cache with a person. With a person. Or people. Could be more than one. 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. Heavy water energy. So, and the Oracle card there, the air communication card, right? So it's speaking about emotional depth, richness, or the entirety of what you've experienced. Now, for some of you, you've dealt with a Queen of Cups character in your past. I feel this person is not, by spring 22, relevant. I feel that by spring 2022, this person is not very relevant in your day-to-day experience. This is someone who at some point had value in your life, had significance in your life, but through the passage of time and how things develop and where you go, where they go, how you guys connect and overlap, how you guys are separate and don't even speak, whatever. They're not as impactful to you anymore. But they don't know that, or they don't accept that. I feel you and they both had such a loving feeling for one another. But for you, Leo, the color has faded. All of these colors here, as well as the air card, a lot of blues, a lot of greens, some gray, some darker gray. It's just like, it's not vibrant. You know, colors for Leo that are associated with the sign, reds, golds, oranges, green, or not greens, but yellows, things like that. You know, those very bursting colors, you know, the colors we associate with the sun, things that'll like burn your eyes out. This is very mellow. It's very like Eeyore from like Winnie and the Pooh. It's like a little depressed. And I don't think it's you, Leo. I don't think you are directly in this energy anymore. You may have been years ago, months ago, again, from the spring 2022 moment, right? So this could be referring to a person that you know back here in the present summer of 2021, or over here in the fall of 2021. But by the time spring 2022 rolls around, it's like they don't exist to you, honestly. And you might be telling them very, very staunchly, you know, you don't factor into my life the way you used to. The love and the care that I had for you, 6 of Cups, was wasted, 5 of Cups. The connection I felt with you, soulmate, twin flame, karmic, whatever you think they are, who they think they are, you're just like, even if that was true, and even if it continues to be true, it's not fulfilling, and I don't want it, or I don't want you, or I am in a different place now. Different time, different place, different energy, different vibe. Everything that was going on here is no longer where I am. There's like this, with the air element back there, there's this feeling of being elevated. Not in an egotistical way, not in a way of like, oh, I'm above it all and I'm more important than you. It's just, no, I don't vibe where you are. Where this person is, it's very illusionary. This person who, or people, could be more than one person. This person lives in a fantasy. They love a fantasy. They love to dream a good dream. And Leo, I think you're a dreamer too, to a certain extent, but Leo likes to live a good life. They don't want to dream a good life. They want to live a good life. And this person, I think, is more interested in what could be versus doing things to make the could be a reality, right? So if this is a person who you gave chances to, you're like, well, you're out of chances now. And they're like, but wait, but what about the potential of me? What about the potential of you? What about the potential of us as a friendship, as a couple, as a business partnership, as a reconciled family connection? What about that potential? You're like, fuck a potential, baby. I don't care about a potential. I want reality. And the reality that you bring is bullshit. The reality that you bring doesn't have any legs up under it. You can't put anything on it. It's like this hand that I'm showing you guys on the camera. It's as if that hand was made of water, was made of liquid. Like, I can put that there. Boom. I can rely on the on the realness of my own hand. If it was this person's hand, this crystal would fall through it. Like, this person does not have reliability, or what they bring to the table is highly unreliable. It's fickle. It changes too quickly. It changes without notice. And then you or other people are left holding the bag. This person, unstable. Unstable. And as such, Leo does not have the time. Like by spring 2022, Leo does not have the time for this shit. Or anybody like it. This doesn't have to be someone, like I said, clearing the cache. They don't have to be in your life for years or months. This could be somebody that you meet around then, or, you know, relatively soon at that time, but you will quickly go, oh, no. So I thought you were more based in reality. I thought you were more interested in tangible results, tangible change. But no, you would rather dream of a good life versus go out there and get a good life. So, nah, I'm not interested. That's cute. I want to know more about this person. You know what I want to know? How's that person going to react? How will this person react to Leo? How will this person react to Leo in spring 2022? The communication that Leo brings to this person, the conversations that Leo brings to this person, how will they react to whatever Leo has to say to them? How will they react? See, and like, she lives in a marsh. She lives like on a lake in a marsh. You see all that behind her? All that, those waterworks or that waterway system back there? She doesn't even live like in a place with walls or floors. She lives in a marsh. For God's, I mean, you can. I'm just saying. It's just like, it continues to come to me like this person isn't about it. They are not somebody who plays with reality or in reality. They're not for real. Anyway, so let's see. How will this person react to whatever Leo has to say come spring 2022? Ha! 7 of Pentacles. Think about it. Evaluate. I think you're going to give them something to think about. In some of your cases, they might throw something in your face of value to try and persuade what you're saying or how you're feeling. But in most cases, I think they're going to, they're going to think about it. Whatever you say to this person, not to say this should be your motivation, not to say that you should care, but it's going to get them thinking. It's going to get them in their headspace. It's going to get them to reflect. 7 and 4, they're going to reflect. They're going to see that things need to be re-evaluated on their end, refocused, re-established on their end. You see how the 7 is sort of doing this ascension thing, accumulating, right? Leo, it's not your business. Consciously. It is not your business to get this person on their path, to get this person thinking of themselves in a particular way or thinking of their life in a particular way. I think, though, there's a strong chance that that is going to be the byproduct of how you treat this person, how you respond to them. It's going to get them on their path. It's going to get them at least thinking of it, or again, refocusing on it, going back to it, possibly going to it for the first time. But again, that should not be your motivation. It is not your conscious job to make a person do that. That's their decision. They have to do it for whatever reason. But I think that's what's going to happen. This is going to be the byproduct. They're going to be stuck with the 4 of Swords there, staked into a particular headspace, into a particular emotional space, spiritual space, and they're going to have to do some reflection, and they're going to have to open themselves up in some type of way. But they don't have to, because again, this person is a fantasist. This person loves, oh my God. That's so interesting. I'm such a fool. So I clarified this with a different deck. I'm going to keep it there. I didn't mean to do that. I just picked up that deck. And some of you guys noticed that probably when I picked up that deck. Wow. So that's interesting. Okay. So they're giving me, like, not only was I kind of scatterbrained in the moment when I picked up this other deck to clarify this, but this deck is different. So they have to do something different. Pull from a different place. I pulled these 2 cards from a different deck. So this person will have to do things differently in order to be around you, involved with you, speak to you, know you, whatever. That's so interesting. I didn't even notice that until like the very end here when I was about to wrap this whole session or this section up. So that's very interesting. So yeah, they're going to have to do things differently. And again, it's not your job to make them, but I think it's going to happen that way. I think they're going to feel inspired to do things differently based on what you've said. Which also, going back to what I said originally when we were just talking about the Oracle card, how if you're out there giving a speech publicly, Leo, you're talking at a seminar, you're creating video packages and people are purchasing them from your personal website, whatever, that also is a byproduct. It's not your specific job to point out Joe Schmo and Jane Smith over here and speak only to these people. It's just like, I'm speaking to a collective group of people. I'm speaking to this captive audience in this convention center over here. I'm speaking to this group of people over here in this synagogue or whatever. And the individual then, it's their thing. It's them that will do that refocused work. It's them that will become enlightened. It's not your direct conscious job to do it, but it could very much be the outcome for them. Okay? Now, going right back, coming around full circle, what's going to happen, or what's the central focus, what's the central focus of Leo's life in summer 2022? So, we've gone a whole year around the calendar. Let's see what we got. Capricorn. Ooh, I use Capricorn. And that's so funny that I did that. Just so I visually have a different balance. I'm just moving those cards around. That's funny. Capricorn, I use. Okay. Here, I feel you know yourself extremely well, Leo. I think here you have found your pace in life where you needed it. Work, family, love relationships, friendships, your own relationship with self, all of the above, or just a few, I don't know. But I think you understand your position. You understand your role. You understand how and when to utilize whatever skills you have under your belt. I don't see a person or feel you are extending yourself, because you know that is sort of your Achilles heel. To extend yourself, to invite in energies or people that are disturbances, natural triggers to you, natural disturbances to your peace, no longer. And, you're still a Leo, so you're going to have your sympathy, with love and light. I release you with love and light. I wish you the best. But as far as you and me, or me and her, or him and me, or any of us coming together, working, creating friendships, creating bonds, creating a business, creating a family, it's not going to happen. It just cannot happen. This is a strong sense of, I know where I begin and other people begin. Like, I know those limitations. I know those boundaries. And the use I find interesting. I use. I think that feels like, it's like, I want to say I utilize, or I make the best of. Maybe that's more what I'm feeling. I make the best of, I utilize my time well. I make the best of a bad situation. There's proactive energy here. There's a feeling of, I'm no longer the victim of circumstance. I'm no longer the victim of other people's behavior and reactions towards me. I'm no longer going to allow and permit certain things. So I use my time wisely. I use my money wisely. I use my love, care, and affection for other people wisely. I don't just give it away. That's okay. Thank you. They're like, yeah. Thank you. All right. So let's get some clarification on this. Spring 2022 summer 2022 for Leo, Capricorn, I use. Expand on this, please. Give me clarification on this for Leo. What's going on? Summer 2022 for Leo, please. Hey, nice. High Priestess. Okay. Took me a minute, but we got there. Okay. High Priestess, Father of Wands, and then the Eight of Swords. Okay. High Priestess, Cancer energy, Father of Wands, Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel, again, this self-preservation feeling. I feel you, Leo, could have your, King Cobra strike ready to go. Because I feel you have something to protect. Something of value. Capricorn is an earth sign. Earth signs all have physical value, material value. That's different types or to different degrees, but that is a part of their story. That's a part of their DNA, so to speak. And so I think that's here. And I think for some of you, the battleground isn't even a physical space or over anything of particularness. So it's not like someone is trying to take something from you specifically. It's the general feeling of take that you're just like, nah, I'm defending against take. There it is. I'm defending myself, defending my energy, defending my family, defending my business, whatever, from takers. Period. Okay? I think you have an instinctual and intuitive understanding of who these people are, where they're coming from, why they're coming, when they're coming, all the things. I feel like you can feel it approaching you. And again, we're coming back around to summer 2022, right? And that's your season, yes? So for some of you, it could be, a seasonal thing, a yearly thing, an annual thing. Because where did we start? We did start with you being in some disagreement with people, right? People throwing their opinions and their perspectives around when maybe it's not necessary. That could be something that happens annually, around your birthday, around, the summer holidays, wherever you are, whatever. You already know that's what's going to happen, so you're preparing yourself. You're steeling yourself. You're you're getting your armor together to go to battle. Now, the Eight of Swords traditionally is somebody who's stuck, somebody who is struggling and feels they have no escape, they have no solace, they have no reprieve, right? This is not what I'm sensing here. I think this is you anticipating other people doing this, anticipating other people, coming with the same old stuff. Like if this is a disagreement with a family member, they're not going to say or do anything that you haven't heard before. And based on that, you are more than prepared, Leo, to tussle with this person or to tell them about themselves or, again, not even necessarily engage because, again, I think this Capricorn energy is putting up firm boundaries. So this is possibly you even, sidestepping the circumstance, making a strategic decision to not pick up the phone, to not allow someone in your home, to not call someone back even though they sound like they're in distress. I said that earlier back here, where someone could cry wolf essentially. That could be their one card, the one thing that they do, the one thing that they always say to you. I need you, Leo. Do you? Because my instinct and my intuition is telling me that that's not true. Because we've been down this road how many times before? Leo, I need you so bad. I need you. I can't do this without you. Whatever they're saying. And you're just like, nah, I'm good. Because High Priestess is full of knowledge, but very little speech, very little interference, let's say. Leo, I'm drowning without you. Okay, go ahead and drown. Like, not like in a dismissive way, but it's just like, you've said that to me, but it's like, again, it's like crying wolf. I've come to your rescue before. I've come to your aid before. I've been a good friend to you before, and you burned me. Or your need was not as great as you said it was. Your cry for help was just a way to get close to me so that you could manipulate me, so that you could take from me, so that you could sponge off of me. And now that I say no, go ahead and drown. You're drowning, drown. Go ahead. And if you've been drowning several times before, you would think one would learn how to swim. You don't know how to swim yet? I think you should learn how to swim. Because I can't keep rescuing you from drowning. Right? Like, so it's here that you, Capricorn, Saturnian energy, lessons. Again, Leo, I don't think it's your conscious job. It very well could be your subconscious, spiritual, job to wake people up and to encourage them to do for themselves. But consciously, I don't think that should be your motivation. I don't think it would be anyway. But I think the byproduct of you acting in your own best interest, in putting up boundaries and showing people where your limits are, it's gonna, for good or for worse, or in very direct or indirect ways, it's gonna inspire a person to get their business together. But who this person is, I don't know. So let's ask that, and then we're gonna end this reading. Who is this person? I think they're represented here by the Eight of Swords, because I really don't feel that's you, Leo. I feel, Leo, this entire year that we've talked about is you having a little bit of a significant glow up. I think you are dismissing yourself, not dismissing others. You're dismissing yourself from drama. You're dismissing yourself from any type of disjointed or destabilized frequencies, period. I don't, but you might. But I think the general consensus of Leo energy is, I don't want to have to tell people where to go, but if you make me, I will gladly tell you where to go. And that applies across the board. It's not going to be the funnest thing I've ever done or the most fun thing I've ever done. It's not going to be the most enjoyable thing I've ever done, but I have to do it for me because nobody else here is caring about Leo. Well, let's clarify this person and then we'll talk a little bit about it maybe. Who is this Eight of Swords person? Maybe King of Pentacles and King of Cups that we were talking about. That's like the only person. So let me amend that. That person we talked about in fall 2021, they care about you. Everybody else, not so much. So let's see. Eight of Swords person, the energy, the person that's represented by the Eight of Swords in summer 2022. Who are they? Who are they? Why are they here? Who is this person to Leo? Why are they here? It's two. I am looking for two, so let's see. It's two. Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. Okay, so it's somebody here. There's a little bit of a mirror here. Five of Wands. Okay, so they're somebody who is already in your life in this present moment in summer 2021. They will still be around in some form or fashion. If not that specific person, the energy marker of that person, the energy frequency of that person will persist. Because I said that earlier, I think it was here, where some of you Leos, it's not even a physical person, it's just an entity or an energy frequency that is going to manifest through people, manifest through circumstances, but it's not one person, okay? So, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands. This is a person who's combative or again, it's like somebody who cries wolf. It's like they put themselves in a situation to get all fired up, to get all enraptured or enveloped in drama, and then they get tired and exhausted from their drama. And it's like a person who wants to be rescued, a person who wants to be the victim, the person who wants to be seen as they are always needing you. You know, their idea of partnership is one person is constantly helping the other. No. Not balanced. No. This person is in the process of ascending. Where was that earlier? It was over here. They could be here too. But we did have this visual of ascension. If I could pick up the damn cards. With the Seven of Pentacles. There you go. So you have an energy, an entity, a person around you that needs ascension. But it's not your job to do it for them or to direct them to it. Not consciously. It's not like you pick up the phone or you answer the text message, I can't help you until you ascend. Like, that's not going to help them because they're going to just like, that's going to go over their heads, or they're just going to sidestep it. If you plainly tell this person, you know what, the reason we can't be friends, we can't be in a relationship, we can't be partners, we can't have a good mother-daughter relationship, father-son relationship, sister-sister relationship, whatever. The reason we can't is because you're not on a higher frequency. You're not ascended, spiritually speaking. If you tell that to this person, they're just going to blank that. They're going to jump right over what you said and continue into whatever bullshit that they're normally talking about, right? So you have to deal with them in a more plain way, right? And that's when they'll understand. But again, it's not your conscious job to do that. All right, Leo, that's the reading Again, I've reinvented the wheel with these birthday readings this year during your birthday season. So if you like what you saw here, please leave a comment. Let me know how this reading resonated with you, what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. Criticism is always welcome. Not blind criticism, by the way. I've had a couple of people just say things. I'm like, so you didn't listen to the reading. But whatever. So if you have some feedback, I would love your feedback. You can leave it down below in a comment. You can email me. All that fun stuff. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. Okay, Leo? And I appreciate you guys so much for this particular reading. I'll see you guys in a year. Again, be here for if you have time. I invite you to be here on August the 7th at 7 p.m. and we're going to do your live birthday readings at that time, okay? Leo, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Take care.